everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're just going to talk about how I overcame acne for good and finally got rid of it. So I just want to talk about, how I first started struggling with acne when I was probably about maybe 13 years old or so. And it was just really bad. It would just be all over my cheeks. Both sides of my cheeks, I would just get really bad pimples and I would be scarring from all the acne. Around when I was 13, I really didn't pay much attention to it because I just thought it was a part of puberty, and I just figured it's something, everybody goes through. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just deal with it until I get older. Then a couple years go by and, I'm still struggling with acne and it's not going away. No matter what I do, I've been using Clean and Clear products, Neutrogena products, the whole nine, and it was just not working out. Then I went to my doctor, not a dermatologist, but I just went to my regular doctor and told him about the issue, and he actually prescribed me minocycline pills. And minocycline pills are basically like a antibacterial that's strictly directed towards your face area. So all the bacteria going towards your face should be like eliminated from taking those pills. So I would take those pills 2 times a day, in the morning and at night, for about maybe 3 months or so, and they did begin to work. My face was clearing up, there wasn't a lot of like breakouts, and it was getting better. After the 3 months went by, I was like, cool, I can stop taking them now. And I stopped taking the pills and the acne came back. I went back to the doctor, told him about my issue, how my acne's back. I guess put me back on the pills. So he put me on this other pill called dicycling, I think it was called, which is the same thing as monocycline, but it's just a stronger dosage. So I would take the dicycling pills once a day for 3 months, but instead of doing the 3-month time frame, I actually kept taking the pills. I didn't want to get off of them because I thought once I got off the pills, the acne would come back. So I was on dicycling, which I don't recommend. I was on the dicycling pills for probably about 6 months, which is way too long. It's past the normal time frame of how long you're supposed to be on them. So I was on the dicycling pills for 6 months, and then I finally just kind of stopped taking them. And then of course, as soon as I stopped taking the pills, my face broke out again. So at that point, and of course this is over like years time frame. I'm older now, I'm grown. And so at this time, I'm like, what? I'm just gonna go to a dermatologist, get their diagnosis, and try to power through it and figure something out to do with my face, because I was getting tired of breaking out. I was feeling like I'm getting too old for this. So I went to a dermatologist and she prescribed me, I think I went back on the minocycline pills. But when I went back on the pills, they did not work for me at all. They didn't work for me because my body was basically immune to it at this point, because I've been on the pills for so long, and it's basically, like I said, an antibacterial, so my body was basically building up an intolerance for them, and it didn't work out for my face. So I went back to her, told her about the issue, and she prescribed me with all these like topical cream treatments, to help put on my face, to wash on my face, to try to get rid of the scarring and all the acne bumps and everything. They didn't work either. So then she would prescribe me these like huge bath bead looking pills, the capsules that are like chunky and thick. I tried to take them. They were like some water pills. That didn't work out either. And I went back to her again, and it was just nothing. I just was like losing hope. My self-esteem was going down, because who wants pimples? Especially when you're older and you really shouldn't be getting, pimples anymore. You're past puberty. But anyway, so my dermatologist recommended I get on Accutane. Now, for those who don't know, Accutane is a very strong drug. Once you get on it, it basically shrinks your oil glands, not just in your face, but all over your body. it just makes them stop. So your face stops producing oils, which helps prevent pimples, and so on and so forth. When she said that, I was very apprehensive about getting on Accutane just because it's such a strong drug, like I mentioned, and there's a lot of side effects which are known for Accutane. You can't get pregnant, which I wasn't planning on getting, just saying. But you can't get pregnant. You have to take two forms of contraceptives, even if you're not sexually active, just to basically ensure that you're not going to get pregnant, even if you say you're not having sex. And you also have to sign this I Pledge form, and it's an online website basically signing off that you're not going to get pregnant. You agree to the terms and conditions of Accutane and all this other good stuff. So I thought about it, over a month. I talked it over with my mom, and I decided that it was just a good idea. At this point, I was just tired of breaking out, and I was just tired of my face just being a big pimple. I was just getting tired of it, and I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'll just try it. And I started taking the Accutane pills. And the Accutane pills are about this big. They're like a capsule size pill. I hate taking pills, but I took it anyway. And I would take that twice a day, and the time frame is roughly around 6 months. I didn't really start seeing results for my acne until maybe about the 2nd or 3rd month in of the Accutane. And once I did, I was super excited. My pimples started going away. I was getting less breakouts. My scarring went away, as you guys can see. And I was just getting, more and more excited. And how Accutane works is that you have to get your blood done once a month for the time frame that you're on Accutane. They basically check all of the, obviously your blood stuff, whatever's in there, and just make sure you're not pregnant. If you have any side effects that could alter, any changes inside your body and things like that, which I was fine. I mean, I hate getting blood work too, but it was for my face, so I just did it. Once I guess stopped taking Accutane was probably in, like, the last pill I took was probably in September of 2017. And even though that's the last pill I took, the Accutane drug was still, within my system. The Accutane drug doesn't completely leave your system until about maybe 30 days after you stop taking the last pill. So that was probably around October when I was completely done. Accutane, the drug was out of my system, out of my body, and my face was clear. And I was just so excited and just so happy because, after all of that time, that's really what it took. The only side effect I really had was dry lips, but I just got some chapstick, some heavy duty chapstick, and I was fine. Other than that, I was pretty much okay. And now, my face has not broken out since then. I mean, I'll get like little, tiny bumps, maybe like around when I'm supposed to, get my period or whatever. But they're like really tiny, and they won't even stay for the whole day. They'll like be there and then be gone within like 12 hours maybe. But yeah, that was my acne journey, I guess. And I'm just so glad that my face cleared up and I don't have to deal with those pimples anymore. So if you guys have any other, comments, questions, or anything like that, you want me to do any more YouTube videos, if you have any YouTube ideas, comment down below. Hit that like button, please, and subscribe if you like my videos. And yeah, I guess this is the end of the video. This is my first video on YouTube, so folks, please bear with me. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again soon. Bye.